I've been watching this guy, Scarce, lovely channel, and I noticed something I can't believe anyone hasn't talked about before or really pointed out, or at least that I've seen, and it's fucked up. This is really something he should be deeply ashamed for and apologize immediately about. People need to know what this reporter is doing in said reports. So here's the expose.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here. Now our first story of today comes from MrBeast. Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here. Now our first story for today comes from the YouTuber MrBeast. Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here. Now our first story today comes from the YouTuber MrBeast. Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here. Now our first story of today comes from the YouTuber MrBeast. Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here. Now our first story of today comes from MrBeast. The first story today comes from the YouTuber MrBeast. Now the next story for today's video comes from MrBeast. Now our next story for today comes from the YouTuber known as MrBeast. Our next story today comes from MrBeast. Now our next story today is actually a lot more lighthearted. This comes from MrBeast. Now our next story of today comes from the massive YouTuber MrBeast. But our next story for today comes from the massive YouTuber MrBeast. So our next story of today's video comes from MrBeast. Now our next story comes from the YouTuber MrBeast. Now speaking of the upcoming US election, another very big YouTuber came out yesterday and he says here that he wants to run for president himself. That's right, the YouTuber MrBeast. Now speaking of MrBeast,
listen, I know that people can have mistakes in speaking. Are you telling me that every time he talks about MrBeast that he fucks up in his head and makes a mistake and says MrBeast every time? Like, why is there so many? If it was a mistake, why didn't he just do it, like, twice, you know? Like, he has to edit the videos or at least watch them back when they're uploaded, right? Well, so he didn't notice that he's doing MrBeast every time? I don't know. I think that it is not a mistake. I think there's more going on in here that's not being talked about. He probably said it wrong maybe once or twice and one of his friends noticed, so he just kept it up to start fucking with people. But I'd like to believe that he knows the normal person way to say it, you know? But he doesn't like it that way. He has his way. He says MrBeast instead every time. MrBeast. It's so clunky, takes too long to say. That kind of way of speaking is for nerds. Scarce a cool guy. He likes to keep it real with the slang talking like I do. So you know what? He says MrBeast. It's the cool guy way to say it, so I guess I'm gonna have to start saying it that way too. Thanks for watching.
Can't you just shut the fuck up?